there, my enthusiastic grade 6 learners. Good day! By the way, I'm Sir ALJEN Cainoy, grade 6 teacher from San Vicente Elementary School, Medina, South District. Come and join me as we discover and learn together in the world of English.
English. English. My favorite subject is English.
But before we proceed to our lesson, make sure that your self-learning module, paper, and pen are all set. If you are ready, well, tap on your shoulder and say, I'm ready. Great! Today, we are going to discuss English 6 Quarter 1, Module 2. We will be discussing the topic, describing forms and conventions of films and moving pictures. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to, number 1, identify the different forms or kinds of films. Number 2, classify the conventions and devices of films. And we have number 3, value the importance of the different forms of films. Kids, let me ask you, what is your favorite films? What kind of films do you usually enjoy watching? Do you love watching action films? How about comedy? How about adventure? Or do you prefer a horror film? I know that you're already interested in our topic today. Are you ready to learn, kids? Great! Do you like to play game, kids? Wow! Good to hear that! Let's play the game. Lights, camera, action! All you have to do is to identify what form is depicted in the following films. Choose your answer inside the box. Okay, let's play! Number 1 is Provinciano. The answer is action. Very good. For number 2, we have Once Upon a Time. The answer is adventure. Very good. For number 3, Spider-Man. The answer is science fiction. Excellent. For number 4, we have Encantadia. The answer is fantasy. Very good. For number 5, we have Mulawin. The answer is fantasy. Very good. Great job! This time, kids, let us study the 2 pictures. Then, you need to answer the following pictures. Write your answers on your paper. Can you do it? Fantastic! Number 1, what have you noticed with pictures A and B in terms of lighting? Number 2, who are the characters in picture A and B? Number 3, what do you think are the settings in pictures A and B? Number 4, what is the atmosphere or the mood created in pictures A and B? Number 5, where are the setups of pictures A and B? Are you done? Good job! At this time, let us discuss and check your answers. For question number 1, what have you noticed with pictures A and B in terms of lighting? Picture A is dim or dark, while picture B is lively and bright. For number 2, who are the characters in pictures A and B? Picture A does not have a character, while picture B has performers. Number 3, what do you think are the settings in pictures A and B? Picture A is in a room, while picture B is in the plaza. For number 4, what is the atmosphere or the mood created in pictures A and B? Picture A is sad or gloomy, while picture B is festive or jolly. For number 5, where are the setups of pictures A and B? Picture A is in a structured studio, while Picture B is in an outside location. Did you get the correct answers? Very good! How did you find the activity? Were you able to find the differences between the two pictures? Great! Kids, the two pictures a while ago show the usual settings found in a film. Sometimes the location is dim or dark, and sometimes it is bright and even colorful. Thus, this aspect gives a different atmosphere as watched by the viewers and mostly sets a kind of mood. So, what is a film? A film, also known as a movie or motion picture, is a series of moving images shown on a screen, usually with sound, that make up a story. Some people like to see new films at the theater as soon as they're released. Here are the different forms of film. Action film is a film genre in which the protagonist, the main character of the movie, or protagonists are thrust into a series of events that typically include violence, extended fighting, physical feats, and frantic chases. Adventure films are a genre of film whose plots feature elements of travel. They typically involve protagonists who must leave their home or place of comfort and go to faraway lands to fulfill a goal. Settings play an important role in adventure films, sometimes as big as the characters themselves. The examples are in the screen. A comedy film is a category of film in which the main emphasis is on humor. These films are designed to make the audience laugh through amusement and most often work by exaggerating characteristics for humorous effect. Films in this style are traditionally have a happy ending. Double Trouble and Girl Boy Bakla Tumboy are the examples of these movies. Crime and gangster films are developed around the sinister actions of criminals or gangsters, particularly bank robbers, underworld figures, or ruthless hoodlums who operate outside the law, stealing and violently murdering their way through life. The examples are on the screen. Drama films are serious presentations or stories with settings or life situations that portray realistic characteristics in conflict with either themselves, others, or forces of nature. A dramatic film shows us human beings at their best, their worst, and everything in between. Epic historical films often take an historical or imagined event, mythic, legendary, or heroic figure, and add an extravagant setting and lavish costumes, accompanied by grandeur and a spectacle and a sweeping musical score. Horror films are unsettling films designed to frighten and panic, cause dread and alarm, and to invoke our hidden worst fears, often in a terrifying, shocking finale, while captivating and entertaining us at the same time in a cathartic experience. Horror films effectively center on the dark side of life, the forbidden and strange and alarming events. Shake, Rattle, and Roll and Dilim are the examples. Musical dance films are cinematic forms that emphasize and showcase full-scale song and dance routines in a significant way, usually with a musical or dance performance as part of the film narrative or an unrealistic eruption within the film, or they are films that are centered on combinations of music, dance, song, or choreography. Next is science fiction or sci-fi is a film genre that uses speculative, fictional science-based depictions of phenomena that are not fully accepted by mainstream science, such as extraterrestrial life forms, alien worlds, extrasensory perception, and time travel, along with futuristic elements such as spacecrafts, robots, cyborgs, interstellar travel, or other technologies. War film is a film genre concerned with warfare, typically about naval, air, or land battles, with combat scenes central to the drama. Themes explored include combat, survival and escape, camaraderie between soldiers, sacrifice, the futility and inhumanity of battle, the effects of war on society, and the moral and human issues raised by war. Fantasy films are films that belong to the fantasy genre with fantastic themes, usually magic, supernatural events, mythology, folklore, or exotic fantasy world. Fantasy films often have an element of magic, myth, wonder, escapism, and the extraordinary. A superhero film is a film that is focused on the actions of one or more superheroes. Individuals who usually possess extraordinary, generally superhuman, abilities relative to a normal person and dedicated to protecting the public. Romance films are romantic love stories recorded in visual media for broadcast in theaters and on TV that focus on passion, emotion, and the affectionate romantic involvement of the main characters and the journey that their love takes them through dating, courtship, or marriage. Let us now proceed to the conventions and devices of films. First, we have lighting. Lighting setup guides the eye to a specific actor, prop, or part of a scene. Next, we have the blocking. Blocking a scene is simply working out the details of an actor's moves in relation to the camera. Next, we have direction. Direction is the process of how the film directors manage the overall component of a movie. Next, we have characterization. It is the process by which the writer reveals the personality of a character. Next is we have acting. Acting is an activity in which a story is told by means of its enactment by an actor or actress who adopts a character. Cinematic dialogue is oral speech between fictional characters. Next is we have setting or backdrop. Lastly, we have the setup. Setup is also called a set design. It is the art of creating the visual image of a stage production through sets, costumes, lighting, and stage mechanisms. Kids, do you understand our topic? Awesome! Now that you know the different forms and conventions of films, let us move on to our activity number 1. Identify the following movies. Of what forms are they? Choose the letter of the correct answer from the given box above. I will give you 5 seconds to answer. Are you ready, kids? Okay, let's start! First movie. This movie is letter E, action. Very good. The second movie is this movie is letter A, fantasy. Excellent. Third movie. This movie is letter B, horror. Very good. Next movie. This movie is letter C, comedy. Excellent. Last movie, kids. This movie is letter D, drama. Good job! Well done, grade 6 learners! For our activity number 2, we have directions. Name the form or genre of the films below. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Okay, time is up! Now that you finished answering, let us see if your answers are correct. For activity number 3, we have identify the conventions and devices of films being described in each number. Get your answer inside the box. Let's check your answers. Let us now check what you have learned for today. Film, also called moving pictures, is visual art form used to stimulate experiences that communicate ideas, stories, perceptions, feelings, beauty, or atmosphere. It is recorded or programmed in moving images along with sound and other conventions or devices. The different conventions are lights, blocking, direction, characterization, acting, dialogue, setting, and setup. Now kids, what is the importance of the different forms and conventions of the films? Basically, each film genre creates its own emotion and or set of expectations in the audience's mind. Knowing the differences in the emotions that the audience expects is a good way of thinking about it and choosing or identifying what your film's genre is. Practice time. You are going to identify what form is depicted on the following films. Choose your answer inside the box and write it on a separate sheet of paper. The choices are action, drama, horror, comedy, epics or historical, war, crime and gangster, musical or dance, fantasy, adventure, and science fiction. Okay, let's start. We have number 1, Halloween. Number 2, we have The Men in Black. Number 3, American Sniper. We have number 4, Avatar. Last, number 5, Titanic. For our assessment number 2, we have directions. Choose from the conventions and devices of films used in the scene. Write the answer on a sheet of paper. Choose your answer from the box. Okay, time is up! Now that you finished answering, let us see if your answers are correct. Congratulations to those who got 8, 9, and 10. Good job. For those who got 7 and below, study more. For your assignment, directions, take time to watch some TV shows, film clip, commercial, or movie. List down and identify the conventions and devices used in the film. Complete the table below. That was amazing, grade 6 learners. Have you learned something for today, kids? Wow! It is good to know that you have learned describing forms and conventions of films and moving pictures. Remember that our Almighty God is always with us, and nothing can stop us from learning. Once again, this is Sir ALJEN Cainoy saying, be healthy, keep safe, and God bless. Have a nice day.